the Pigeon Stretch. From the ground, you will take one leg and put it in front of you. Ideally, you want the lower part of the leg to be 90 degrees to your body. If you're tight, it's going to be closer in. I'm going to change angle here. And then the back leg is going to be straight. Ideally, you're going to almost sit. My left glute is almost touching the floor. From here, I'm going to keep a neutral spine, so I don't want to round my back like this. Makes it easier to go low, but I don't get as much a stretch. So chest up and then lean forward. You will feel this on the left side, for me in the left glute. It stretches the piriformis, but also the groin muscle and glute muscles. And then you will hold it for the amount of time prescribed, and then switch sides. The goal will be to move this front foot as much as possible to 90 degrees while being in the pigeon stretch position. I'm not flexible in this stretch, so it's tough for me to demonstrate what the full pose would look like. But if you're tight, you bring the foot in towards you. Go in position where you are upright. Sink in so the hip is nice and low, and then feel that stretch. Okay, if you have any bad pains, do not do the stretch. An option is to use an inclined bench to make the stretch easier, and I'll demonstrate that right now. A variation for the pigeon stretch is to use the inclined bench. My bench here, I have a few different angles I can use. 45 degrees should be plenty. Now if I'm facing the bench, the inclined part is on the right side, I'm going to use the right leg. And my bench has a little gap, so I'm going to make sure that my whole lower leg is on the inclined part of the bench. Kick the back leg out, stay upright, neutral spine, sink in, so you get that hip down. That would be my right hip in this case. And then chest up, leaning forward. Now this allows me to get to that 90 degree, or that lower leg 90 degree to my body, and to be more in the proper position. Now once this angle is too easy for me, you can lower the bench a notch, so I'm back down to still not parallel to the ground, but close. And I can go in position, sink in the hip, chest up, lean forward, and feel the stretch. Whenever we're stretching, we want to make sure that we feel the stretch, that we're breathing, that we are relaxed. We don't want to tense up. This will not allow the muscles to stretch. And also, you don't need to make it so difficult and so painful that it's not enjoyable. You'll get more out of enjoying the stretch because you'll do it for longer, you'll do it more often, and that will lead to you being more flexible versus making it hard. Most likely, you will not stay with it because it's painful, and psychologically, eventually, you won't want to do it. And so, enjoy it. Maybe it's not going to be optimal in terms of maximizing the stretch, but it will feel good. You will get to stretch the muscles, and it will improve with time. If you have any questions, please send me a message on my training app, and enjoy this stretch.